Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, and the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. It's the Philadelphia 76ers facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. Down low, Embiid. And stolen by James. The finish. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Oh, my. The athleticism of James is on another level.
Here's Embiid. The Cavaliers pull it in.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, Mike Brown and I got a chance to talk a little while ago. Coach said he knows the obstacles of playing against Paul George. He told me, you know he's going to have his fingerprints all over this game on offense and defense. Our goal will be to minimize how often we let him disrupt our game plan. We'll see how long they can keep George out of the picture. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Pass to Hughes. Shot clock at 5. Here's LeBron. Misses off the left iron. Here's Philadelphia. It's a 3-point game. Here's Grimes. What a terrific move that was.
Heads up on the money pass by Maxey. Great vision.
And here is Hughes. Pass to Popovich. To the middle. A fadeaway. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And I like how tenacious Ilgauskas is. Once he catches the ball, he feels like no one is stopping him.
Now, here's Maxey. It's rebounded by Zydrunas Ilgauskas. LeBron with it. Here's Hughes. Back to LeBron. To the left side wing. Pass to Gooden. And a deep three from James. Shot clock resets for the Cavaliers. With the fadeaway. And it's Ilgauskas missing. The 76ers trailed by 3. And the dunk by Embiid.
The big man out ahead. Embiid, I see you showing those wheels.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Hughes. Here's Pavlovich. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now Maxey. Now Embiid. Now here's Oubre. Gooden defending. And the call will be against Drew Gooden. That's his first foul. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. 76ers moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Back to Drummond. Hughes with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it.
Just forcing his way to the line was James. I think we'll say that a million times the next couple decades.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 5. Here's Embiid. Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
Wow, the process. Come on, I want to see that again.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Both teams will make substitutions. .116 left to play here in the first. Cleveland leading by 3. Pass to Gibson. Over to the left wing. And here's Varejao, defended by Drummond. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Coming onto the floor for the 76ers, number 28, Yabusele.
The 76ers trailed by 3. .43 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
What you love about Max is he plays with so much energy, it's hard to keep up with.
Outside Gibson. And here is Hughes. Hasn't made one yet. Puts up a deep 3. Can't get it to fall.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Here's Drummond. Lays it up and banks it in.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Pass to Marshall. Here's Hughes. That will count. No good on the last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. 76ers ahead, up 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
The Cavaliers trailing. Here's Snow. Outside, James. They set the pick. And stolen by Maxey. George with the ball. He's picked up by James.
I see him.
Now here's Embiid. Back to Oubre. Clock is at 3. Here's McCain. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
LeBron left side. Fader on the way. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Knocked loose. Gibson with the steal. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says, these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
DA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
James looking it over. LeBron stuffs it home.
What an athlete LeBron is, showing off the vertical on that slam.
Maxey with it. Outside, George. Pass to McCain. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Embiid, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so it's Cleveland with it. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to Embiid. It's tipped. Maxey on the wing. No one near him. Gets the front of the rim and out.
They say it's a make or miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
To the paint. Here's James. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
This is how gifted LeBron is. This kid is tough and able to score through contact.
And Cleveland making a change here. Cleveland shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. 76ers trailing. Maxey attacking. Basket counts. Maxey's got his second bucket of the game to go.
A physical scoring guard, Maxey is at home on the inside.
There's 1:47 left in the second quarter. Outside, James. On the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Now into the lineup for the 76ers. Andre Drummond.
1:32 left in the first half of basketball. Drummond the screen. Here's Walker. Pass to Grimes. Outside, Edwards. The rebound by Gibson. And so James will bring it up for Cleveland. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Here's Snow. Pass to LeBron. Misses the three. Edwards drives in. And Edwards with the stuff.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And finished off by LeBron.
It's apparent how athletic James is. He's so quick on the break, and he's only going to get stronger.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's McCain. Pass to Yabusele. And it's off from three-point range. From deep, LeBron. Oh, LeBron from long distance.
From way back there. I mean, LeBron's just showing off now.
It's Drummond, high post. Over in the corner, Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And here's James outside. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Now this is how you finish a first half, sending them to the locker room with a statement shot from three-point range.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Now Hughes still scoreless. Pass to Ilgauskas. Shoots from the high post. And it's Grimes with the rebound. And now Philadelphia on the break. And Drummond throws it down.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Cavaliers leading. Out to the right wing. Pass to Marshall. From outside the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Marshall's got his first 3 points of the game.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Grimes with the bucket.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And it's Ilgauskas missing. The 76ers trailed by 4. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Such great feel for the game and where his teammates are. Maxey letting his basketball IQ take over.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him, and we have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Hughes, good. And the Cavaliers lead by 2. Here's Grimes. He's got 6. Outside, George. Good work there as it goes. George has got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
I love seeing George be so assertive down low. Certainly doesn't lack confidence. An accomplished scorer.
And here is Hughes. Pass to Ilgauskas. Shot clock at 6. Over Drummond. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Ilgauskas has got his second bucket.
How do you stop a good fadeaway jumper? That's a trick question. You don't.
Outside for George. Back to Maxey. Gooden with the steal. Here's Pavlovich. Pass to Gooden. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Here's Oubre. And the jam by Oubre.
And the leaping ability of Oubre Jr. When he gets inside, this guy's determined to finish.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here's Cleveland. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Ron right side. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. LeBron outside. .51 seconds left to play in the third. There's the pick. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to talk to his guys.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
Here's Embiid. Embiid owns the lane.
This is why they feed Embiid. His teammates trust his ability to get the job done.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Screen by James. The three. LeBron James making it look easy from deep.
Looking almost automatic. For a guy that skipped college, James is pretty polished.
Pass to George. With 1 on the clock. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers lead by 1. And we're... 3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. The 76ers lead. Outside, Maxey driving to the basket.
Yeah, and Ilgauskas stretching out there to block shots. Superb at using that huge wingspan to come up with rejections.
Now here's LeBron. Pass to Ilgauskas. Good, and the assist goes to James. Ilgauskas has got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Here's Pavlovich. James with it. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. To the inside. Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
The offensive arsenal of Embiid is phenomenal. He's capable of scoring in a multitude of ways.
Here's Snow. Kicks it out to James. Jacks up a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. LeBron's got 26.
Proving he's got some range. Impressive seeing James come through from deep.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. Now it's a close one, so Coach asked his team to keep their focus. He said this game's going to come down to mistakes. If we play clean, we'll win. Great game tonight. Let's see how it winds up. Guys?
Thank you, David. Outside, George. Three-pointer. Another miss by Philadelphia. Cavaliers trailing. A floater. It's hauled in by Paul George.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
He gets that one. Embiid's got 8 points in the quarter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Hughes with it. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Jones. 5 to shoot. They set the pick. James has a two-pointer. And another miss by Cleveland. Philadelphia leading by 3. And here's George. Embiid the screen. The shot's good on the assist by George. And that's 18 points for Joel Embiid.
And no doubt the ball is going to go to Embiid there. Needing a bucket, and he gets it.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
James right side. And they double up James. Pass to Ilgauskas. Launches a 3. Jones from outside. Some solid defense from Maxey. Now the 76ers with it.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
So he comes up empty, missing both. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's James. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. LeBron's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The young phenom, LeBron James, showing he can be trusted in those pivotal moments.
Pass to George. There's the screen. And George with the stop.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing. The young fella showing leadership right there. James, big time shot.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. 3-point lead. Pass to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Grimes. Over Jones. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. The Cavaliers on offense. Ron right side. It drops. And that shot brings them to within just one.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now Maxey. Good.
When it comes down to crunch time, Maxey wants the ball in his hands.
And it's all about the three right here.
We'll see what they draw up. Three-pointer is a must.
Pass to Hughes. Outside, James. Oh, he couldn't make that shot. Force overtime. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy fit.